Alright guys, we're having a boxing extravaganza today, and I don't mean the one where I fucking kick your ass. I mean the type where we got new parts coming in. So, I kind of semi-had to, but, you know, we got these China flowmasters. China. So, knockoff MagnaFlow. They're pretty nice. I mean, dude, for 48 bucks, what the hell else can you ask for? You can see straight through them. They should definitely help. There's not much to look at there, but it's a muffler, and it's a flowmaster, and flow effects, and it's a muffler. So it literally delivers already. It can't be any worse than what it is. And by that, I mean like that in a good way. Oh, hey, Finnegan. And here we got some exhaust clamps, because at the moment, not too worried about welding stuff up, but oh, it says 2.5. It's a 2.5-inch clamp. Oh, I don't think it's stainless though. I don't think I popped for the stainless because I didn't see these being a long-term thing. So we're very excited about these exhaust clamps to hold our muffler on and see what it does, how well this exhaust clamp design that's been around forever works. So let's move on to other things, like shockingly cool things like this E-Core HEI coil. I had a really good conversation with Mr. Dr. Dan, which if you guys know him, he is the man. And we got this Pertronix flamethrower E-Core coil, which by E-Core means that it's like epoxy filled, as you can see. There's great debate about the color and the polarity, and we both concluded that that is all a bunch of bullshit, because I've put Oldsmobile pickups in Chevy distributors, and I have thrown random coils without picking a color or anything on my cars and never had an issue. Finn's over there sniffing out the LS anti-clunk juice, the 1540 that I put in my Suburban. Anything less than that, she ain't happy. And then we got another big thank you to Mr. Dave Worthington, who I didn't mention the other day in my video, but you guys gotta, there's a lot of people to name, but Dave Worthington is he's a good friend. He let us, you know, deflower his beautiful 64 F85 when we did Project Enron, and he hooked us up with another beauty of an HEI body. This one we're going to set up for the HEI. And he sent some love cards too. Black Sheep Paint and Body, another olds guy, Greg Cooper. If you guys need body work, you're out in the Ohio area. He's the guy who did the paint work on the VO Twister. So, hope I can say that. And then, you know, Dave Worthington is all-knowing, mechanical. He's done some really cool stuff. He was part of the nostalgia Firebird, the old Arnie Beswick. I can't remember the damn name, and I read the book. I should know this. Not the Superbird. It's not a Plymouth. Dave Worthington's probably going to kick my ass for butchering this, but either way, the Boss Bird. I believe it was the Boss Bird. He was part of that Nostalgia Nitro funny car deal. Of course, you guys are tired of looking at this, so we're not really doing a whole lot today besides changing mufflers and firing up the car. It's Thursday. I'm having a beer. My wife is actually sitting outside. We just got done having dinner. It was her first time enjoying the beautiful weather outside. And we're going to get this done in a matter of a few minutes probably. And then call it good. So this is a short video. This is a, you know, unboxing, you know, fucking greatness right now. We're giving you everything, you know. And you can see our boxes of spares and Finn sniffing the shit out of them. He's, you know, he knows how to sniff out Chinese goods. There's a lot of them sitting right here. Finn, Say hi. He says hi. All right, mission accomplished. We got our mufflers in. They're clamped. Uh, I have to adjust one muffler. It moved. I didn't have it tight enough, and when I was sawzalling the other side, it shifted, and then I tried straightening it, and then it was kind of off, and I got to reposition my fucking clamps and get some turn downs, but that's not a big deal. I'll do that tomorrow. The important thing is that amazingly, my theory of changing mufflers did change the tune. I pulled a spark plug and I'll put a picture. Now instead of being like completely sooty and all black after idle, and I idled it quite a bit, revved it up quite a bit. It took a little bit longer to warm up, which means our tune is leaner. They're like a deep dark brown right now, which is on the fat side of things, but we can still lean that up a little bit. But we'll find out what happens. Again, we don't want to do too much too soon. But for now, changing the mufflers was one of those things that did affect it. And I knew it would because, again, in these turbo mufflers, you essentially have 3 tubes and like 2 chambers. So you got the chamber where the exhaust comes in. There's no guidance. And then it goes through this tube, and then it bounces off this wall, then goes through this tube, bounces off this wall, then goes through this tube, finally on its way out. So these snake, and they actually don't have like baffles to make them turn. Like, so that's the difference between the turbo and the super turbo. Which the super turbo has been like the number 2 flowing muffler in the market for like ever. I think still quite possibly. I don't know. Those those dyno tests are all kind of Engine Masters did it and they proved a lot of things with their tests, and you guys all probably watch that shit anyway. But I think obviously with this design it was choking back the engine out. Now these mufflers actually were louder and they sounded better. I really like the sound of these mufflers, but they choke back the engine a lot just by design. So now we have a straight through flowing muffler that isn't as restrictive, and it cleaned up our idle. It made a difference. I put the vacuum gauge on it. It actually steadied it up, which usually means your mixture is better. Your the term carburetor comes from like carburizing. And it's the mixture is just cleaner. It's better all around because now you don't have as much the engine being choked back. It leans it up all together, so you got a better mixture. So essentially, I spent $100 to help out the tune, and it did. And now we're at a point where our spark plugs are in the right direction just with a muffler change. Now, you could be saying, like, couldn't you make the modifications to make those mufflers work? Well, yeah, but if the mufflers don't work, they just don't work. And this engine pumps out quite a bit of exhaust velocity and more power, so it is what it is. I put those mufflers on. I do like them. I guess I could have tuned for them, but I knew that changing the mufflers was going to make a significant change. I know it because when I had those mufflers, now when I had the Hooker aero chambers, there would be 1 point change in AFR just by, uncorking the exhaust. That would be 1 point. Now with these, it was well over a point. It was just under 2 points in the AFR, the difference between running, like open headers and through the mufflers. Our fastest run through the mufflers was an 1183, and our fastest pass on that same day, same weather conditions, we were at Indianapolis at IRP, it was an 1183 to an 1157. So that tells you how much the exhaust slowed down the car. And that was with these mufflers running the X-pipe. if you guys remember back in those videos, we were doing some goofy stuff to slow down the car to 12.0. And we did eventually, you know, I mentioned the Mr. Happy Air Cleaner in the other video, but either way, this is also a review. Flowmaster mufflers, good. They're not bad. They're pretty nice. I still got to, like I said, I got to put some hangers in a better spot and some turn downs just to kind of guide the gases out. But I think we're all set. Our first bracket race is Sunday. It got delayed last weekend to this weekend, and we're going to be testing on Saturday. And we're not going to be chasing AT or trying to go the fastest. We're just going to be trying to go consistent and get a number out of it. And hopefully it works. And, you know, we don't have to make too many changes. If anything, I foresee a jet change quite possibly. But the weather is also going to be about 30 degrees warmer than the last time I was out messing with the car. So we may not have the jet at all. It was on the leaner side, but not too lean. But we'll see. So we'll let you guys go. Share, like, subscribe. It's just a little update. A little bit Thursday work, you know, out here enjoying a beer. I'll let you guys go.